What's filling the car, honey?
What?
What's filling the car?
Stuff. So David's given me a couple things. And then there's that stuff, like presents for our wedding and bridal shower. So that's been really nice. And of course, first things first, getting a Starbucks. So we're in the drive-thru getting a Starbucks on our way to the apartment. Apartment's like 3 minutes away from here, so right?
It's close.
Yeah, like 3 minutes away.
What does it feel like getting your first apartment, honey?
It's really exciting. Like, I feel like I've done this before just because, but I've only moved like a matter of feet away from
You're also
my
in
room.
the same building.
The same building, but this is like different.
This is like you're gonna be sleeping in your own apartment.
I know, it feels weird. I'm really excited. I actually have like butterflies in my stomach right now because it's kind of exciting.
Honey, we can even get them out of there.
I know. I'm really excited though.
Yeah, I'm excited for you having an apartment and to get it set up and stuff.
And it's cool because it's like not raining. Like it's raining, but it's not that cold, so it's not like terrible to like go back and forth from the car in and stuff. So it's nice. But anyways, just wanted to record this video so that we always have it.
Just document this little moment of her moving.
Yeah.
And this girl's growing up. And she'll get that place ready, and then we're both going to move into it in about 50 days.
Yeah, 50 days. Pretty exciting.
It was very exciting.
Yep. I just wanted to document the first morning in my new apartment and how it feels. I have a beautiful view outside. I'll show you. Just reflecting on the small things that are gifts. Excuse me, I just woke up. These nice big windows in here are a gift because I grew up in a room that had 6 windows. It was an old closed-in porch that they turned into a bedroom, and so they had 2 sides of the walls with covered in 6 large windows that would let in the light. And I remember I always loved natural lighting and love large windows, and so this apartment has 2 large windows in the master bedroom and a large sliding glass door and 2 windows on the sides of that in the living room that lets in all the light. So just reflecting on God's provision in those small things, and that gives me the confidence to know that He'll provide even in things like praying for a bedside table and enough stuff to make this place feel like a home. So I've been praying about that this morning and just journaling, but just wanted to document the provision of 2 large windows in my bedroom. All right, so in the morning when I go out, it's a whole process to actually leave the house. Very different from what I knew in California. So basically, you have to layer because it's very cold. And so I have this coat closet here where I keep my scarves, my gloves, my coats, and beanies and all that. So in the morning, instead of just walking out with a sweater or a light jacket, it is a process to actually leave the house. You put on a coat and then a scarf, and then you put gloves in your pocket or put your gloves on, and then put your beanie on. I'm not going to wear a beanie today, but it's just very different. Hello.
Hello there. Oh, is that you? Fancy.
You're such a weirdo. So, David and I went to Amtrak station in Toledo, Ohio last night to pick up the 6 boxes that arrived from California with a bunch of my stuff in it. To say I'm happy is an understatement. The awesome thing is that I get to make this apartment look more like a home because I have stuff in those boxes from my apartment that will aid me in that. Last night was a late night. The Amtrak is closed from 1:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Very strange hours. So we had to go after or 10:30 we had to arrive there. So we were out till late, but due to me forgetting my apartment key and leaving it in the car where we had parked it at somebody else's house so we could borrow their car to pick up a bunch of boxes, it was quite a late night, and we didn't end up actually getting back here and unloading the boxes till 12:30. But all that to say, it was worth it, and I'm very appreciative of David, who didn't complain one bit about the late night and him still having work this morning. So I stayed home from going to work with him, and I'm gonna get in those boxes, not get in the boxes, but I'm gonna open the boxes and start unloading stuff and making it feel more like a home for me, but not just for me, for David when he moves in here in the middle of February once I go back to California 2 weeks before the wedding. So I'm really excited to start doing that. I just finished with my devotions for the first time here on this little couch with some coffee. The other night, a coffee maker was delivered via Amazon from someone who'd bought it off our registry, and I was very happy about that because I had no way to make coffee at this new place. And anybody that knows me knows that's not good, because coffee is very important to me, and I have had it with my devotions for a very long time. So it's almost like, it's not just like a taste thing, it's also like a comfort thing too. Maybe it's an addiction, I'm not sure. But anyways, I didn't have a grinder to use, and I realized that when I got back to the apartment after leaving David's house. And to say I was really sad is an understatement too, because I was extremely sad. And so yeah, I'm really thankful for the little things like having a grinder this morning to make coffee and have that with my devotions. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and unload those boxes and start putting stuff up and making it feel more homey and familiar. God's been super good in just providing this place, and also making it feel strangely familiar and strangely homey, even though there's it's a place obviously that's completely new, but it has this element of home to it that is just comforting to me, and just evidence of God's goodness and provision and presence in all these things and in the small things. So I'm really happy to start just settling and putting more of my things here and making it feel like a home, not just for me in the next month when I'm here, but also for David when he eventually moves in here a little bit before the wedding, when I'm gone. So yeah.
David is scraping snow off of the car before we can leave because there was a big ol' snowfall last night.
He's so cute.
Do you know what you should get me?
What? Maybe?
No, it's inappropriate. Yes.
Better glove, better boots. A car?
Something warm
A puppy.
and...
Oh, a cigarette.
No.
Oh, hot water bottle. Hand warmers.
No.
I don't know.
Starbucks!
We don't have money.
We do because we have gift cards.
We don't have money for this, honey.
Do you agree?
Then I get to play my game later.
Okay.
Marriage is a compromise. Okay?
We're not married yet,
Actually, I
though.
gotta- wait.
Okay, so what are we doing today, honey?
Wake up, dominate, go to sleep, do it all over again tomorrow.
No. Tell them what you're really doing.
Is this part of the vlog? Hey YouTubes, welcome to the show. Welcome back. Today I got a special guest with me. Mrs. Jennifer Langley. Ms. Jennifer Langley. Today we've had kind of a slow Saturday so far, and but we want to spice it up a little bit, mostly for you guys. And we are going to go to the hardware store, pick up some soil to repot all of my house plants, because they're outgrowing their little pots.
Outgrowing?
Did you want me to do this segment, or did you? Okay,
Go!
I'll stop. No, I'll stop. That's right. Okay, and gonna pick up some soil for them. Going to put some pots, or try to see if I can find some less expensive pots to put them in. Some of my little succulents have outgrown their tiny little pots that I got at my sister's wedding reception, Stephanie. And then other ones have just need new soil, kind of need a new start, a fresh start, you know?
Fresh
We all
start.
need that once in a while. So doing that, and then also going to get probably some fertilizer for the houseplants as I think I'm out of the old stuff. So that's the plan. Gonna try to drive over there, gonna teach Jen a little bit about driving in the snow on the way. Might stop in a parking lot and do some...
Actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're gonna stop in a parking lot probably and let her see a little bit what it's like to drive in the snow.
Yeah.
And then,
So-
if Jen's good, we'll get her some Starbucks.
I don't even know if this is worth filming, but thought I'd film it anyways. This is kind of right now the nightly routine in the next six-ish weeks when David drops me off back at home after being all day with him. We are currently breaking down boxes that were sitting in a massive pile in the corner here blocking the window. So I'm gonna break some more of those down tonight, but and he helped me do that a little bit when he got here. But anyways, yeah, I feel this sense of sadness when he leaves me every night, probably just because it's like a new place, and being without him in this new place feels strange. So I don't like when he leaves, and I have to kind of be on my own. But that's just kind of how it is every night when he drops me off. So thought I would document that little tiny part of being here without being married, obviously. So yeah, I probably won't even use this for the vlog, but just thought I would document anyways because I'll want to look back on it and remember the brief time where he would drop me off at night when it was snowing and cold outside, and he had to go back home. A lot of times I take his car here and keep it and then drive back in the morning, but because it's icy and snowy on the roads, and I have never hardly driven in the snow, once, I didn't want to do that tonight by myself. So he was very kind and drove me here and then drove back home. But anyways, I think what's hard about it is it's so quiet here. I'm not used to that. I've only ever lived with my parents, and then I moved into a studio apartment that was attached to my parents' house, and so I always was used to hearing people talking and just busy house noises and people, and so it's been a little different staying here, obviously, where it's super quiet and there's nobody around. So anyways, that's my little blurb for tonight.
All right, guys, we're just leaving Home Depot. Jen, what did we get?
A tightener thing?
A tightener thing. It's like a clamp. Put a belt clamp of some sort. Got some wood to make this frame. Some wood glue, some screwsies. Honey, wrong car.
Oh.
Jen's trying to go to someone else's car. She always picks the nicest one in the parking lot and hopes that that's mine. Right, honey?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna go home, eat some lunch, and then probably start tackling a little bit of this project. Will be fun. Never made a frame before, but thanks to my friend Jonathan, lent me his miter saw, and Jen will be a great partner for this project. But we also got this meter stick because it's the kind of thing my parents always had around, but I don't have one of my own, so now I'm gonna have one.
Well, I am packing up to go back to California 2 weeks before my wedding, and feeling a mix of emotions, which is crazy. Well, it's not crazy that I'm feeling a mix of emotions. It's just the reality that 2 weeks from now, I'll be getting married, and
the fact it's like Valentine's Day, and I'm like thinking back on Valentine's Day in 2019, and I don't remember at all what Valentine's Day 2019 was like, but I do know that if you had told me I was going to be getting married in a year and like 2 weeks, I would have not believed you. But it's just amazing that like what God does in such a short amount of time and how much life can change. I'm feeling sad to leave David because we've been together solid for 2 months. Also excited because this means I'm going home to get married, and it's only 2 weeks away, and excited to see my family. But yeah, it's just insane. I just wanted to kind of document the feelings, and I know I'm going to want to look back and remember this day, Valentine's Day 2020. I am getting packed back there, as you can see. It's hard to know what to bring. It's like, I don't know. It's just it's a weird feeling of like going back to California, but it's not my home anymore. Still feels kind of like home. Still does feel like home. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't really have words to describe it. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan. It's really cold outside. I went out earlier and it was 14 degrees, and right now it's probably like 20, 25 maybe, and there's snow all over the ground, and it's beautiful. It's like sunny and gorgeous. The clouds are kind of coming in right now, but it's been pretty much sunny all day, and so it's been really gorgeous. Probably the prettiest day since I've been here in Michigan for the last month and a half. So yeah, just like a beautiful day to end this season on here in Michigan, as the last full day I'll be not married to David, and he is actually moving in tomorrow to this apartment. So yeah, this will be the last day that he being here, that David and I are not married. So yeah, just insane.